Hey guys, Hermit here. Welcome to another video on this weird and wonderful AI art channel. Today I'm having a look at the Magnific app, which is basically an upscaler for your images. I got access to it earlier this week. It's just been released this week. Unfortunately, there is no trial, so you do have to pay for this. So I'm on a $40 per month plan, and that gave me about 2,500 credits, which I have used a bit, and you can see the balance there. The upscaler, the way it works is you upload your image here. By default, at the moment, it only does 2x, and hopefully it'll do more in the future. And then you have different kind of optimizers on what kind of image you're going to render. So here you can choose standard, portrait, art and illustration, and so on. You can also use a prompt, or you can leave it blank. It just helps guide the AI in terms of generating a higher quality upscaled image for you. Then you have these three sliders. Creativity, it's basically hallucinating and adding more details to your original image. And so far I've played around with 0 to 5. I think the value goes all the way up to 10. But as it says, very high values can lead to some pretty strange results. So I haven't taken it that far. So HDR, high dynamic range, increases definition and details through high values, but it also can make the image blotchy. Resemblance is something where it increases the closeness to the original image if you increase the value, so it keeps it more like the original image as it hallucinates and applies those other parameters and adds more details to the image. Again, here the word of warning is lower value or higher value will lead to blotchiness and dirty looking images. Now, I've been playing around with this, maybe up to 2 or 3 value, not too high. And HDR again, I think 2 or 3, not too high there. There's multiple engines, have not quite explored what they do. Sparkle, Illusio, and Sharpie. But so far I've just been using it automatic. So this is one of the results that I have. So you can see this is the original image. This was created using Midjourney. And then as I scroll through, I did add a prompt to this. And you can see the sci-fi factor increases with so much detail. And I love in the hair how it adds so much more definition. The image does have a lot more detail, and you can see the face is more realistic as well. Down here, this is a black and white image. Again, an image that I generated in Midjourney. But if you look at the detail that it adds, so watch the texture of the jacket there. You can see it adds more definition to that and to the face. Really powerful. The skin textures, the detail, the pores, everything starts to become much more real everything starts to become much more real in the skin and the face textures here. Another example here, this is another image that I played around with, and you can see again, adds so much detail, becomes so realistic. Look at the hair details here in the original, and look, that becomes photographic, realistic in my opinion. And again, you can see the skin pores, the different textures, small imperfections. Really makes the photo come alive. Another one that I tested with, this is a pirate, again a Midjourney image. You can see the textures are there for the hair, but not too defined. As we use this upscaler, Magnific adds so much more detail. Beautifully adds detail, retains like the wrinkles, the facial expression. Looks incredible once you run it through. And this is just the first pass, so you can take the updated image or the upscaled image, you can download it and then upscale it again and again. It does have a cap of 4K in terms of resolution maximum at this stage. Anything beyond that it won't do, but you can still scale your images 2x up to 4K. One of my favorite images so far. So I ran this through multiple times. one of the renders originally was like this, where it had obviously Walter White, Heisenberg, and it kind of moved away from him here in the face. Still resembles, but I think the original looks more like him than the post, but adds a lot more detail. So I ran that through again using a prompt and then defining that this is Brian and Walter White. So then it created a more resembling face here. So you can see a lot more detail added in this illustration from the original and to the after. I did notice that they added 2 door handles. I think because of some artifacts here, it kind of thought there's another door handle, but nothing you can't fix in Photoshop. So that's all. I just wanted to quickly show you how you can use Magnific and generate high quality upscaled images. Now, just to demo something again, let's do one quickly so you get a feel for how this works. So I'm going to drag this image here, copy that across. I'm going to use that portrait, and we'll use a prompt. Okay, so let's try that. Creativity 3, HDR. Let's keep it 0. I don't want too much detail because it's a black and white image. HDR, we'll keep it 0 because it's a black and white image. I don't want it to add too much detail and definition. I like the mysteriousness of this photo, and just use that and upscale. So you can see the cost below. So that's the size of the file that it will produce, and it will cost you 5 credits. It's interesting how this works because the GPU is starting up. So I don't know if the GPU is being initialized in the background and the model is being loaded just for this upscale. But as it says, it can take a while, but after that, it should be fairly quick once you have it going. So it does take a little bit of time. I'll speed that up in post. Okay, now it's getting going and upscaling the image. That should only take a few seconds. Here we go. The final image is ready. Now, if you look at that and look at the after, brings so much realism into the actual subject. You see the colors of the shirt are more well defined. The coat has a lot more detail. Our eyebrows, eyelashes are more defined, and you can start to see some textures as well. Might be harder to see in the video, but there's a lot more textures and details added here. You can see the hair strands back here as well. If you look at the before, it's a lot softer. It's all muddled together. It's nice, not too bad, but once you see what this can do, then you start to see the differences. Of course, in the face and lips, there's a lot more definition as well. So there you go. Hope you like this quick video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Take care. Bye bye.